The charge that would be right now that's pending is going to be aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
In Florida, you have every right to protect your property. You do not have a right to actually brandish or point a firearm at somebody out on a road, regardless of what they're doing. Me personally, I was filming for the protection of a child living in an abusive environment and for the protection of animals that are not being cared for appropriately. Remember Turtle Lady and Turtle Man? You've actually met them before. Every time their mouths open, you can literally hear the residents' eyes roll.
Thank you. I spoke with Dwayne King, the chief of the fire department in Chiefland.
This is Lynette Michelle Preston, except that's only one of her many, many names. And I wish this was a joke, but it isn't. The list goes on and on and on. It's Lynette Michelle Caradias. It's Lynette Michelle Griffey. It's Lynette Michelle Griffey. Lynette M.L.A. Griffey. Lynette Medell Bennett. Lynette A. Carrios. Lynette M. Wilson. Lynette Michelle Lacey Barber. Lacey Griffith. Lacey A. Barrett. Lacey A. Preston. Lacey Preston. Lacey Bennett. The list literally goes on and on, the aliases this woman has used. Seriously, I mean, I'm not even going to read them all. This is page 2. This is page 3 of our current list of names that she's gone by. And she's about to drop all this wisdom on the town of Otter Creek.
Who we contract with, he said it doesn't take any extra time to open those locks. I mean, they have to undo their hoses. They have to get stuff out of their trucks. By the time they have that done, that hydrant is already open. It means nothing having those locks on. Absolutely what he said. Takes nothing out of them fighting a fire or making sure anyone loses their life or doesn't.
This is a woman who claims she left her beautiful, paid-off home in North Port Richey to move to Otter Creek to save her adoptive daughter's life, a drug baby. Why in the world would you not be fighting to get the locks off of fire hydrants? Not to mention you have fires on your property nonstop, which is a hazard to your daughter, who you state runs all over the place. She's a runner. If you're trying to save your daughter's life, what type of price are you putting on having locks on fire hydrants? Let's look at the math. I had to call in a friend. Mary math is scary to get all these numbers, but I did it. Look, I did it right here. So in the board meeting, we were told, when I say board meeting, I mean the same thing as a council meeting. I've been on boards my entire life. I've been executive director most of my career. I think I'm still, George, am I executive director of What the Hales?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm still that, okay? So when I talk about board meeting, I mean a town council meeting as well. And we were told 60,000 gallons were stolen. All right, so what I did is I took their resolution that I'm fighting in court based on their fee schedule, and I did the math. So at 2,000 gallons, there's a base rate of $24. Everything between 2,001 to 5,000 gallons is $6 per gallon. Yes, I meant per 1,000 gallons. I literally have not had a good night's sleep in 6 days now. I just landed at 5 a.m. That brings us to 18. Now, I know right now, Mary, if you're watching, you're confused, but just watch this. I'm gonna blow your mind at the end with this math. From 5,001 to 8,000, it's $6.50 per gallon.
Per 1,000 gallon. Right?
Per thousand, well, per thousand, yes, that is true. So 1950 would be the amount there. 8,001 and up, it's $7 per 1,000. Did I forget a zero? I did some merry math there. So it'd be $364 for a grand total. This is the price that the town of Otter Creek puts on saving a life or losing a life. A grand total of $425.50 for water that isn't even drinkable. Who cares? Who's coming into Otter Creek going, man, I really think I'm going to steal some water today that I can't drink? And if they are coming to steal water, it's probably because they did drink it. Our water does not meet state standards. period. Average funeral at a bare minimum. We're talking bare minimum, $10,000. I'm pretty sure most of the residents in Otter Creek don't care if a little water gets siphoned off. And I'm pretty sure we could probably take care of those individuals that are stealing it. Just let the good people know. The good people aren't going to continue to let bad people do bad things, as you're about to see in this episode. So back to Turtle Man and Turtle Lady. They found property in Otter Creek, literally right across the street from us. Like, I have the most frontage on North Otter Creek Avenue. And they planned that intentionally. Now, they never came out and said it. They did say that, oh, I was looking for property in Otter Creek before I knew you lived there, but it was a big benefit and a bonus that you were there. And then one thing after another, every conversation was, I want my husband to die. I'm leaving him. It's abusive. I mean, there was no, how's the weather? How are you doing? It was just, in our opinion, insane conversation after insane conversation. He's a drunk. He's an alcoholic. He's selling pills to pay the bills. Insanity. And every text was a non-punctuation, non-grammatical, biggest run-on sentence you have ever heard in your life, asking and begging for more and more and more. And then seeing her play the victim mentality. Well, this person didn't help me. This person didn't help me. This person didn't help me. All right, let's back up a little bit. Number one, I was the one that brought my tractor over in the beginning and got them into the property, okay? Number two, other people have actually donated trailers for them to load garbage and get the dump cleaned up. And you know what the response was? I can't do that right now. Nobody's going to leave a $10,000 trailer there in Otter Creek when you have meth heads living on your property and you know it, and then their trailer getting stolen. Individuals have actually donated time to say, hey, I'll help you clean the property. Individuals have actually taken this man, John, picked him up, been urinated on in his health conditions to get him to the hospital, to then be called all kinds of inappropriate, horrific things, and this whole victim mentality with this lady and this man, to the point where the town residents want nothing to do with it. Now, there are still those who love to hear the gossip, and they love to watch the show. They're like, holy cow, what will come out of these people next? And they do. They sit back and they watch the show. Well, this is what's next. He's getting arrested, and he's going to jail. And we're suing them for slander and for defamation. And I realize it's all in print label as well. She's personally attacked George multiple times on Facebook platform, stating that George has told her to throw her baby away in the garbage. Now, let me be really clear on this. George and I had a conversation because the conversations with this woman were so insane that we said, man, the next time she says, oh, I just can't do it. I need this and I need that. And she's begging and begging and begging. We would just say, listen, you're in your 60s. You're in an abusive relationship. You have an abusive environment for a child. How about we adopt the child? To the point where I told George, I was like, we have to do something to protect this child. This is not okay. So George had second conversation in her life with her when she's going on and on and on and on about how horrible life is and she needs this and she has no money, although she's paying a bill for a brand new truck, Jeep Gladiator, and she's even gone through her bills with me once, and my response was, sell stuff. George told her, if you can't handle all this responsibility and things are truly this bad, you're in an abusive relationship, why not consider putting your daughter up for adoption? That's what George said. And George and I had already talked beforehand that we would do whatever we could to save the daughter from this situation. I'm going to show you a video right now that's going to make a little more sense later in this video. I'm actually giving a link to the Levy County Sheriff of the incidents that happened to me based on my interaction with John Cook yesterday on North Otter Creek Road. So this is what they're getting. I slowed it down. So I'm far away. I'm on the road in a vehicle in a truck. So I slowed it down. I zoomed it in for the sheriff so that everything can be seen clearly as clear as can be seen as firearm is pulled out on me. Months and months on end. I've blocked her on everything. I've completely and totally ignored her. We're not going to ignore it anymore because this baby is unsafe and the animals are unsafe.
Now remember, she moved here for the safety of her child, and yet she has an unchained freezer, garbage pile right there. That's a death trap. There was a whole pile of rotten food there after I filmed yesterday. That's a death trap, but that's been moved. But we have plenty of other death traps here. Now, normally George and I would just ignore this. There's the sheds in the back where she's had multiple drug addicts living on her property illegally. You can't live in a shed. And that's where she puts them. Oh, wait, I apologize. There's the rotten food right there. The rotten food with the Muscovy duck in it. There's the rotten food right there that she's got a 3-year-old running around. And again, normally we wouldn't share such things, but she attacked George over and over and over and over and over again. Now, are these turtle enclosures? I'm gonna guess no. And this is, oh wait, there's the abusive husband right there. So she's very.
This is where a pistol comes out of a pocket. It is pointed at me, and from what I can tell, the finger is curved and on the trigger. I'm on North Otter Creek Road. I'm filming for the protection of the child and for the protection of the animals. These individuals have continued to state that I drive up to speeds of 65 miles per hour. Now I'm driving as slow as possible and finally fighting back.
It's very clear. She's very clear that her husband is abusive. She posted and blasted all over Facebook, all over social media, that her husband is abusive, has almost killed her child, and has abused her. And so here it is. Here's the abusive father right here.
Here's the coward.
So
go get your fans to
here
do
we
your
go.
dirty work, because you're a pussy.
Oh.
You're a born pussy. You and Margaret suck.
Oh, but am I going slow enough for you now? Is my vehicle slow enough?
Maggots.
Is this okay? Am I going slow enough?
Do whatever you want to. I don't care.
All right. Well, I'm taking you to court.
And a coward.
And I'm taking you to court.
I don't give
Remember,
a fuck.
you were gonna sue.
On, bitch.
Remember, you were gonna sue the couple that stole from you. You were gonna own their land.
Come on.
What are you gonna have after all this?
Come on.
I thought you were dead with septic.
You can't touch somebody's land in Florida, you moron.
I thought you were dead with septic. I thought you were dying.
Touch somebody in Florida, you
So
moron.
she's posting that she's dying. That her husband.
Wait,
this is an ex-husband. This is nobody knows what it really is, but she likes to actually say things about me and George living together.
Look at the coward.
Put this all in context for you. I'm asking him if I'm going slow enough because she has constantly berated me saying that I'm doing 70 miles an hour down the road and that her daughter's a runner and I'm going to hit her daughter. I think you would want to think about all the hazards on your own property instead of me. So George had a genius idea. She said, you know what? If she's going to keep posting all of this, go as slow as you possibly can by her property. That's what I'm doing now with a camera. By the way, he pulls out a firearm on me.
No, this isn't a turtle ranch. This isn't a turtle sanctuary. This is a turd sanctuary. With drug addicts. This is the man that she proclaims publicly selling pills, dealing drugs, but she came here to protect her child.
Remember, we talked about pathological liar. So she's been posting everywhere that he's in the hospital, he's septic, he's dying. He's on his last breath, right? Okay, I might have added the last breath part, but hospital, septic, dying, that's all been posted. We have screenshots of it all. And yet here he is out here yelling and screaming at me. I'm going slow. I can't make these people happy. So I'm a coward. but I'm the one with no firearm in the middle of a public road filming, which I legally can do, and this man pulls out a firearm on me, but I'm the coward, right? Okay. Another question. Who's Margaret? Who in the world is Margaret? I'm not so sure about that one. Number 3. I know, you're all going, septic. It's not septic, it's septis. I know what it is. I'm only quoting what she is posting everywhere. She's saying, now, listen, this is the latest. She's actually saying that his brain is septic, and that's why he's acting this way. Septic, like Otter Creek putting the AC in the septic drain field. He's septic. After further legal consultation, I'm calling the Levy County Sheriff. Hate to do it, but this is a crime. At a bare minimum, it's brandishing. But he pointed the actual firearm at me. I believe it was a small revolver. I believe he also had his finger on the trigger. This is a very unstable man. Very unstable. According to his live-in, whatever it is, he has septic in the brain. Septic. Like Otter Creek puts AC conditioners on.
Lady County Sheriff's Office, Coeur d'Alene, this is Holly.
Hi, Holly. My name is Jeremy Hales. I'd like to report a crime that happened to me yesterday.
Okay, what's the address where the crime occurred?
151 North Otter Creek Avenue in Otter Creek.
Okay, and what's the phone number you're calling from? All right, and tell me exactly what happened.
As I was driving by, I was driving slowly by the residence, which my property is right there as well. I have vast majority of the frontage there on the road, and I was filming the property for the safety of the children, or for the child and the turtles. And one of the residents, John Cook, came out and he was brandishing a firearm, a revolver, and he pointed it at me, and I believe he had his finger on the trigger as well, and I have video of it all.
Okay. Are you at this location now?
No, I am not. And the reason for calling the next day is because of after legal consultation. So I have a full legal team I run everything by before I make any decisions.
Okay. All right, let me get some more information from you, and I'll get a call started so we can get somebody to go out there and talk to you.
Okay.
Okay. And you said you do have...
Oh yeah, I have video footage. Yeah, and even though I'm not there right now, what I've done is I've uploaded a condensed link on YouTube that I can give to the deputy to look at, or the prosecutor, and so I can text that, however they reach out to me. They'll be able to see everything.
And you said the guy's name is John Cook?
John Cook, yes. I believe his middle name is... I think it's M for Michael. Let me see. Okay. Let me check. Yes, it is John Michael Cook.
Okay, did he make any statements to you?
He made a lot of statements to me, and some that I would never repeat, especially to a female.
Okay, and what's your first name, sir?
Jeremy, Jeremy.
Okay, you did say that in your last name?
Hales, Hales.
All right, Mr. Hales, I do have this call in. Excuse me. And we'll get a deputy. Sorry, I had hiccups.
No problem. Hello?
Hi, Mr. Hales.
Yes.
This is Deputy Finkel, Lady County Sheriff's Office. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. So what's going on?
Well, yesterday, John Cook over at 151 North Otter Creek Avenue in Otter Creek pulled out a gun on me while I was driving by and filming his property.
Gotcha. Why didn't you call us then?
Because I have a legal counsel and I run everything through my legal counsel. And if I can't hear from them right away, I don't make a move until I make a move based on what they tell me to do.
Gotcha. You said you had the video?
So what I've done, it's already on YouTube. I'm sure you're well aware. I'm a YouTuber. I'm sure you're well aware of what's been going on in Otter Creek. And so what I've done, it's already been on YouTube. The world has seen it already. What I've done is I've condensed it for you to where I can just give you a link and you can go, okay, that's all I got to watch and see it. So he pulls what I think is a revolver. Again, I have good zoom on my phone, but I believe it's a mini revolver. And then I believe he also has his finger on the trigger. He points it at me. He comes around his camper. He points it at me, puts it in his pocket, takes it out again, spins it in his hand, does multiple things with it. So I can send you the link to where I condensed it for you, to where you don't have to watch the whole video. And then you can, go from there.
Gotcha. Let me make contact, because they usually don't like us going to links and stuff, with all this new cybersecurity that we've got going on. Let me make a phone call real quick and see if I'll be able to, and then I will give you a call back, okay?
All right, sounds like a plan.
If you want to, I can give you my email, and you can email me that link, and I'll find out if I'm able to go to it or not.
Okay, give me 1 second here. And let me pull up my email. All right, what's your email? And then
I'll get a hold of our IT and make sure that they're going to be okay with me going to the link, okay?
yeah, we're states apart right now, so it's not like I can go, hey, here's my phone, here's look at it. But
worst case scenario, they may just make you report it whenever you come back down here, so you can show it to us. But I'll give you a call back and let you know, okay?
well, there's a 3-year-old on the property with a psychotic man brandishing a gun. I don't. You guys might want to jump on that. I'm just saying. But I'll get you the link, and let's hope things work out. But if I have to book another flight today to make this happen, I'll fly back down.
I got you. I'll give you a call back here in just a few minutes, okay?
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Bye.
Hello, this is Jeremy.
Yes, sir. Stepping in again.
Yeah.
So I got a case number here for you. You ready for it?
I guess I can be ready for it. Hey, before you give it to me, are you able to click on the link?
So my IT department had me send it to them, and they're going to open it up on a laptop, make sure it's good to be open and everything, and then they'll give me the green light to review it.
Okay, how about you go to my employee who I just sent the video to, and she shows you the video. You just go straight to the old Lark building, and then Deanna will show you the video.
Where's that at? What's the address?
It's the old schoolhouse, the old schoolhouse in Otter Creek. You're going to see an RV that says for sale out front.
Where the helicopter lands.
Where the helicopters land for the evacuations, the emergency evacs.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so Deanna's out there. I just sent her the video, the raw video, and she can show it to you, and we can just get around all this mess, and I don't have to jump on another flight. I just got home at 5 a.m. I prefer not to jump on another flight, and we move forward.
I got you. I'm up towards Fanning, so it's going to be quicker for my IT department to try to open it real quick.
Okay.
If they can't, then I'll go down there and make contact with her.
Okay.
What was her name?
Her name is Deanna, D-I, capital D-I, then capital A-N-N-A, so Deanna.
Okay.
And then I'm ready for the case number now.
It's 2305-2149. Or, I'm sorry, not 49, 79.
79, okay.
And then what's Deanna's phone number real quick in case I need to get hold of her?
The deputy did get a hold of Deanna. And as a matter of fact, I've seen this deputy before. The first year I came out, when we were hauling abandoned vehicles off of our property. I sit here and shake my head and think through all the things that we've gone through in Otter Creek. And I'm in disbelief, probably even more than you are. And we have an entire playlist, over 100 videos of all the insane things we've gone through in Otter Creek. It blows my mind.
I'm gonna go and handle some business I got to get to, and then I'm gonna have another unit come out with me to go try to make contact with John, and then we'll go from there with the investigation and everything. I'll add both the videos in the report, and we'll review them again, and see if we're gonna be able to file the charges for it.
And what are the charges?
So the charge that would be right now that's pending is going to be aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I'm gonna go through the video some more with a supervisor, slow it down, and see if it's going to be able to fit the statute for it.
Alrighty. Anything else?
That's it.
I'll send this to Jeremy. Thank you, sir.
You
Have a great day.
You too.
Hello, this is Jeremy.
Yes, sir. It's Deputy Finkel again.
Oh, yeah.
From what Glenn Bryan had said, that because he never points it actually at you or in an aggressive manner or anything, he can't even hit him with display of a firearm pretty much because he's on his own private property.
So you're saying there's no charge at all?
So there's no charge at all. I've got the report. I'm documenting everything. I just
Okay.
got done talking to John.
Okay.
And like I said, I ran it through our head state attorney office.
Okay.
That's coming straight from him.
All right. Well, if that's what he says, that's what we go by.
Yes, sir.
And what was John's response?
John tried telling me he never had no gun, which I called him out on it, told him I seen the video and everything. He just didn't say anything after that. So, I mean, because I can't, I don't have anything to prove that he did anything criminal with a gun, him telling me that he didn't have a gun is kind of a moot point. Yeah,
I agree. And, I mean, obviously I don't agree with the state attorney. He actually pointed at me as a threatening move, and whether I displayed fear or not, but, yeah, I'm not the one that makes that decision. You guys are. So
right.
He definitely pointed it at me. He did it as an aggressive move. But I'm going to keep filming and keep everybody accountable all the same.
Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate your call back, and I appreciate all your help.
Yes, sir. Hopefully you have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't understand why these Otter Creekians don't understand they ain't playing no more. And it is important to fight for what's right. Because if we don't, the next generation, my YouTube grandbaby right here. See my YouTube grandbaby right there? There's baby George. If I don't fight for baby George, who will? Well, Christian will, but Patience will. Their whole families will. Probably a whole lot more than I will. But that's besides the point. If nobody speaks up and does the right thing, then who will?